Alright, it's day 2 of the league, and I'm still Larold, here with an urgent public service announcement from the past. Essences are good, you should probably farm them. I'm just gonna get right into this, but first don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this video helpful and want to see more videos like it. Okay, let's start with the what. What are essences? They're a crafting currency. They're very well tutorialized throughout the campaign. You are introduced to essences by level 4, so you probably don't need me to explain the absolute basics. They're in a guy, you kill the guy, he drops the essence. Ta-da! So why farm essences? I think there are two main reasons. One, they are useful for crafting gear, which is important. Everyone needs gear to kill guys and stay alive. And two, essence crafting almost always involves spam crafting essences. You don't want to just start with one essence, you need a boatload of essences. Usually you want to start with a fractured base and slam the essences until you're happy with the other rolls that you have on the item. Because of this, you can bulk sell essences for a substantial markup. People are willing to pay double or triple the going rate of just a couple of essences at a time to get dozens of them at once. It saves some time, and time is money. There's also the new auction house system. That's not what they call it. It's not auction, trading realm, whatever it's called. I don't remember. This can make selling essences even smoother and easier. Probably. It should. I don't know. I'm in the past right now. Maybe it didn't work out, but it should be better. So that's it. That's the two reasons. Reason 1, make gear. Reason 2, make chaos orbs. Alright, now for the main section of this video. How farm essence. Essences were redesigned in patch 3.24, so if you're a returning player that took Necropolis League off, congratulations, and you may not know all the intricacies of how they function now, so let's get into that. First off, the Atlas passes for essences were significantly redesigned, which means that in order to get the highest possible level of essences while farming, you need to run yellow tier maps, so tier 6 and above, not tier 1 maps. You still don't need to roll your maps at all. This is something that was true of essences in the past, and is still true now. You can just, this perfect map right here. Promenade, white map, tier 6 white map, not rolled, that's good. That's all you need. In patch 3.25, essences are having a small quantity and rarity bonus applied to them per essence modifier affecting them. I don't think this changes anything. Essences don't scale with quant and rarity, so having mods on the maps in which you're farming essences makes the maps slower, which makes them less rewarding per hour, is bad. I still think this is probably true. You can experiment if you want, but I don't think anything has changed here. Additionally, Scarabs have not changed. I will show off some essence Scarabs here. There are regular essence Scarabs. You can just throw a bunch of these in and run them, and that'll give you a bunch more essences. That's the kind of most basic approach. I don't think it's entirely worth doing. There are essence Scarabs of Ascent, which increase the tier of essences that are found in an area. Now you can vendor essences 3 at a time to upgrade the tier. So this basically just triples the value of all the essences found in the map. All of them. So this is a pretty much mandatory Scarab whenever you're doing any sort of essence farming strategy. Do you want to make X money or do you want to make X times 3 money? Use the Essence Scarab of Ascent. There's almost no price on this that does not make it worth it to have. Now, one strategy that you can go with is just literally to do this. Just slap Essence Scarab of Ascent and then fill up the rest of the Essence Scarabs, run Essence in the map device, go at it, very basic, works totally fine, totally well. If you want to get a little bit more clever with it, then you can use this Essence Scarab, the Essence Scarab of Calcification. This is something I played around with a lot last league and really enjoyed. And it has interactions with these guys, the Scarab of Adversaries. What these do is they add 4 packs of rare monsters into your map, and the rare monsters are mirrored, which means there are 2 of them, so it adds 8 rares into your map. Now, because this makes it so that all of the rare monsters that are in the map are imprisoned by essences, this adds 8 more essences into your map, and you can run 2 Scarabs of Adversaries. I didn't see anything in the patch notes saying that any of this stuff was changed. I did look around. None of this seemed to be changed in the patch notes, so there you go. 8 more rares for each of these, so 16 more essence monsters just by running 2 of these Scarabs of Adversaries, along with an Ascent to triple everything's value and Calcification to make the adversaries work. Now, in the past, early on, there was a bug that I really enjoyed where you could do this with Incursion and it would apply to the Incursion rares. That was nerfed about, I think, a month or so in an Necropolis League. At the same time, they fixed a bug that was causing beast monsters to not be calcified, and so Essence and Einhar is something you can do together. It's fun to say, Essence Einhar really rolls off the tongue, but it can be dangerous. The beasts can get real rippy when they're essenced up, so beware of actually combining those two mechanics. They're good, but you will need to be strong in order to handle Essence Einhar. All right, here I have a sample tree that I have put together, and this would be for Essence and Heist together. I don't necessarily recommend it. You can do Essence Alva, even though there's not any synergy with them. In fact, there's negative synergy. Doing Alva slows you down from speed farming essences. The same kind of goes for Einhar as well. Doing Einhar and Essence are at odds because you want to speed farm for Einhar or speed farm for Essence, but you can kind of get double the value per map, which your life isn't measured in maps, it's measured in minutes, but you know, that's fine. You could do that. A lot of people just like to do Heist because you just walk in and pick it up, and then that's all you have to do to get the value out of the Heist. In a map, rather, you know, just pick the thing up and keep going. So that is why I've set this up the way it is. But for essences, we're pretty much just taking all of the notables. Prolific essences means you have another essence monster in your maps. Crystal Lettuce makes it so that you have a chance to have more essences, and that same goes for all the small passives for that. Amplified Energies is changed from how it was in 3.23 and before. It now makes it so that the imprisoned monsters in your maps will have at least one essence of the highest possible tier, and as you can see from the secondary section here, this is why we have to run tier 6 maps or better. Shrieking essences are only available in yellow and red maps, so we just want to do the lowest possible yellow map, and that would be a tier 6. And then finally, the biggest change to the way that people have historically done essences is Crystal Resonance. This is a doozy of a tooltip, and I'm just going to read it. A map boss is granted a random essence modifier from any imprisoned monsters slain in your maps. Using Remnants of Corruption on imprisoned monsters in your maps replaces all essences with one of the essences on the imprisoned monster. Okay, I'll start with the second part first. So Remnants of Corruption kind of become worthless with this. It does mean that you are no longer able to corrupt into corrupted essences if you take Crystal Resonance. I'm stressing that now. Don't ask, can I get corrupted essences while running Crystal Resonance? No, you can't. The way that you get corrupted essences in the game now is either to not run Crystal Resonance, which is bad, and I'll explain why you do want to run it in a second, or to run Einhar's Memories of, I can't remember what they're called, Crystal Guys. Let's look it up together. Crystal Prisons. There it is. Einhar's Memory of Crystal Prisons. So this will give you normal, traditional essences, but they will be in Rogue Exiles, so they'll be pretty rippy. You do also have to buy the Einhar Memories, and then you're not getting Atlas Progression. So it's a thing you can do if you want to farm corrupted essences. I don't necessarily recommend it, just simply because there's a bit more work that goes into it. I do think we have a guide on it from the before last league start, so definitely an option, something you can do to make currency, but a little rippy. So in terms of the other component of Crystal Resonance, the first part, it does exactly what it says. When you kill an essence monster in your map, one of the map bosses that is in the map will get a randomly chosen essence modifier slapped onto it. This is good and bad. It is a massive multiplier onto your profits, but also it makes the boss hard. The boss is going to be loaded up with a ton of essences, especially if you're doing the calcification approach and you're getting 25 essences or something in a map. That boss is going to have 25 essences. There's an easy way to fix this. Just run maps that have multiple bosses. It will not duplicate the essences, it will just split them out evenly. Like dealing cards between two people. If you're dealing left, right, it's not doubling the cards, it's just splitting them up. This is by far the most common question about this section. Do not ask if it duplicates your profits. It doesn't. I'm going to roast you in the comments section and also in the kitchen, out loud, in front of all my sodas. With all that being said, having half the essences on one boss and half the essences on the other boss makes them both more than half as easy. That's a weird way to say it, but it's true because of the multiplicative nature of essence buffs. I don't know about map levels and reshuffling of the Atlas, but my favorite map for essence farming last league was Promenade, because it was available at tier 6. The bosses are both pretty easy, there's 2 of them, and it's a big long hallway of a map. You have a very easy time clearing everything, getting all the essences, not just pulled, but killed, and then throw them all into the boss, and then the 2 bosses are essenced up, ready to be farmed. Depending on native map tiers, Strand can also be a good map for this as well. I think it was a red tier map this league, and so it wouldn't be optimal for that, but if it's a yellow tier map next league, go nuts. I did check the returning maps, and both of those will be available. Volcano was another favorite of a lot of people because the boss is a caster, and caster bosses usually don't benefit from most essence mods, but that map is gone. You want to be aware of Tower Map, which I did not check to see if that's one of the maps or not that's going to be in the coming league. It doesn't matter. You don't want to do that kind of map where there are multiple bosses, because it will split the essences into multiple bosses, but you only kill one at the end because they combine into one big guy. You would only get the essences that were from the one big guy that you kill at the end. So you would actually lose like 70% of your essences or 50% of your essences or something from the bosses by doing Tower Map. So be careful of the bosses that you're fighting when you're doing a Crystal Resonance strategy. With all of that being said, do a Crystal Resonance strategy. It is a massive multiplier on the number of essences that you get by doing essence farming. It's very good. It just is a little weird. All right, that's it. I hope this helps with farming essences. Good luck making some chaos and crafting your gear. Thanks for watching. Bye.